Hello, stamping friends. I'm Karina with karinascreations.com, and I'm going to show you how to make this very easy trifold card. And it's not an original idea. I got the idea from someone else, but I just wanted to show you because I thought it was fun. And this card that I'm making today uses the Little Elephant stamp set by Stampin'Up. I offer a program for my customers called Stamp Set of the Month, and this was one of the cards where I provide the instructions for 3 cards. I mail them their kits, or I mail them the finished samples. This is the second card in the set, and this is the third card. And I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, so it's $30.95 a month is what I charge everyone, and that includes a postage to get the kits, as well as the stamp set. And then sometimes if there's a bundle, there is an option to get the bundle as well. So today I'm going to make this card, but I am actually using the Daisy Delight stamp set. Daisy Delight's been around for a while, but one of the girls wanted this, this stamp set in place of the Little Elephant, so I thought I would make this video using this stamp set, and then she'll have an idea how to put her card together, get some more ideas. So I will get started. So the first thing you need to do is get a piece of thick white card stock. I like thick white card stock for the card bases. It just stands up a little more, and it's a little bit sturdier. And it's 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm just going to bring in my paper trimmer, and we're going to line this up at 4.25 and give it a score. And then that is going to be the base. Set that aside. The next thing I'm going to need is some designer series paper, and this is cut at 6 inches by 5.5 inches. And we need to score this at 2 inches. So I'm taking the 6-inch side, making sure I'm doing it right. And then I'm just going to score it really quickly. There we go, and then I'll set this aside. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to assemble this part of the card first of all. So you can see from my example, this actually is going to go like this. So I am going to open this up, and I'm making sure that my designer series paper is centered on each side of the card base. So this one, I have too much space here, so I'm just going to move this a little more. So basically you're putting adhesive on the back, you're putting it on the inside of the card. And there's many ways to do this. You can just put adhesive on and stick it on the inside. I just think that this will work. And you can use tear and tape adhesive if you like, so it won't fall apart. But I'm going to use the mono multi-glue, just because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room in case I need to move something. And I find it holds pretty well. So I'm just going to close this up. There we go. So this is what it looks like. Isn't that easy? That's the base of the card. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to cover up this little inside designer series paper piece. So I went and cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is 4 inches by 5.25 inches. And what should we stamp that with? This stamp set has tons of different ideas that you can use. I'm trying this, hopefully it'll work, but I'm going to use actually this image here. So let's give it, what do you think, a navy? No, I'm using soft sea foam. These are our new foam ink pads. If you haven't seen them before, they just open like a compact. When you first get them, they're quite stiff. I've been using this color a lot, and it looks like, ooh, I have a mystery speck on here. Let's get rid of that without cutting my foam ink pad. That is interesting. I'm just gonna lightly tap, tap, tap and ink this up. And we'll just put it right about here. And then I want to add, I think we'll just leave that open. And I think I'm going to use Petal Pink ink and add some little flowers to the inside of my card. Now, hopefully this lines up. I'm not sure if I grabbed the right one. probably will see my head in this. You know what? I'm just going to hope for the best. Wish me luck. Oh, that's not too bad. Didn't quite line it up. So what I'll do is, whenever you don't get things to work perfectly, I highly recommend buying coordinating Stampin' Right markers, because look, I can just kind of create some of these little flowers. And don't you think that looks similar? You can't even tell that I goofed up. So I would recommend, you can actually buy all the new colors in a pack. They're one of the bundles at the front of the all our color selections in the back of the catalog. What do you think? See? Pretty good. So even when you goof up, you can always fix things as long as you have coordinating products. Okay, so that's going to be the inside of the card. Whew, project saved, especially since I'm taping this. And I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of my Whisper White cardstock. And I also use snail adhesive as well. Just depends what I'm doing. The mono multi-glue is handy, which is why I'm using it. Okay, so that's the inside of my card. Now I need something on this side because, as you can see, for the little elephant card, it's got a big elephant and a bird, little elephant, and then your front. So what can I put here? Should we just, oh, I think this little flower looks pretty. Okay, let's try this. Again, this is Night of Navy. And I love these new ink pads. I find they stamp really beautifully. And I also went and got, we have, I forget what it's called. We have these new kind of cleaning pads. It's one big sheet. I cut mine up into 4 and I keep it wet. And I keep it in a spare, one of the spare cases that we have. Okay, and then I'll pull this off. And I think I want to add, I'm going to be brave since this is a video. And I'm going to add some petal pink to the inside of the flower. And if it doesn't work, oh well. All my cards are handmade for my friends, made with love. I've never had anybody tell me they haven't liked my cards, so hopefully. Oh yeah, look, it's perfect. Okay, this is coming along quite nicely. And then we should do the front of the card. So we are using Whisper White cardstock. Just tuck this aside. Let's see what dimension this is. So this is 3 3/4 by 3 inches, the Whisper White, and then the navy layering piece will be 4 inches by 3 1/4. So when you create a layering piece, you just basically want 1/4 inch more than you had before. So I think we'll do a greeting that says thank you in Night of Navy ink. And I love the photopolymers because you can actually take a look. I'm going to test it. Yeah, that's a pretty good solid image. We're just going to put the thank you down here. Oh, perfect. I love it when that happens. Okay, and then I've got some 3 inch by whatever, it doesn't matter, Whisper White cardstock. And I'm just going to stamp the flower. I think I want it in petal pink. Oh, for the daisy punch, here's my tip. Take a look at what's the easiest way to punch it. So it looks like I want my flower to the top. Put one here, and I want 2 flowers. Okay, and then I'm going to fill this in with navy center. Okay, and then I'll punch it out using the coordinating punch. I love our punches that Stampin' Up! Sells. Makes it really easy to create cute projects. And if you want, you've got Stampin' Right markers. You can color in the flower a bit more. Here's my white piece back again. And I think we're just going to put one like this to double up the daisy. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay, I am going to get here's my snail adhesive. Oh, some flying sequins. Tuck those aside. Okay, I'm just going to put some in the middle. You can use a glue dot if you want. You can add ribbon to this project. Lots of options. And then I'm just going to take a stamping dimensional. Now we have two kinds. We have these ones that are large, and then we have mini ones now as well. So I think one large one will do the trick. I love the stamping dimensionals. You get 300 of the standard ones in a package, and it just adds a bit of dimension. I think it really makes your cards pop. Okay, there we go. So that looks pretty good. And then we're going to line this up on the card like so. Now another thing, you could add some navy baker's twine to close up the card if you like. So many different options. Okay, and then I'll just put that flat down. Again, you can pop it up if you want. And notice how I line everything up on my grid paper. You can find the grid paper in the catalog. I love it. It just really helps keep my things straight. Oh, and I noticed that I need to pull this up a bit. Okay, now I'm committed. Looks pretty good. And then this is cute, but I think it needs some bling. So those sequins I just showed you, I'm kind of looking for them, but I had someone over earlier today and now my sequins have walked away. I keep my sequins in one of these cases as well, all the open packages, so they don't stick together. So you know what? We'll just pull one of these out. I'm going to add 3. I only have 2 available right now. But, oh, this is where we've got a new take your pick tool. I'm going to show you this. This is a bit of a sneak peek. This is in the new catalog. You need one of these. So if you're using regular sequins, it's got this putty at the end that's sticky, and then you can just pick up sequins and transfer them over. This side is a paper piercing tool, and oh my gosh, I love this tool. And you see, this kind of coordinates with the soft seafoam green that we're using too, so it just pulls my card in together. Okay, now you're going to have to use your imagination for this one because I'm going to add another. I really like 3s, I don't know why. But when I find these, I'm going to add another sequin over here. And they're in the catalog. I can't think of the name right now, but I'll try to post it on my blog. And that is basically it. So this is how you make this really cute trifold card. And I use Twinkle Designer Series paper, in case you're wondering where the paper came from. And the colors of the ink I chose because that's what the Designer Series paper used. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And will stop by my blog and leave me a message if you like the card. Have a great day. Bye.